Hello, good evening. Here's Doc Severson for the ReadySetCrypto OMNIA trade of the day for Tuesday, the 8th of March. Now, after a pretty nasty day yesterday, we are seeing a little bit more green today. In fact, mostly green across the board. As we look at this, we're going to just focus on our current portfolio entries today. Bitcoin versus US dollar is holding support at this point. Not a tremendously big day, up 2%. Nowhere close to any kind of an aggressive or conservative buy signal. We do have Ethereum doing kind of the same thing too. Seems to be holding support for right now. Here is, I'm just going to go through these on tickers. SLP or Smooth Love Potion up today, but nowhere near a buy point. Decentraland is trying to hold support at the 200-day moving average. Nowhere near a buy point at this point. LRC token is, again, a positive day today, but nowhere near a buy point at this point. Wax Protocol, positive day, nowhere near a buy point. Luxo is nowhere near either an aggressive or conservative buy, although positive day. We're going to see this just about everywhere. SNX versus Tether is, again, positive day today, holding support pretty well, and up, but nowhere near an aggressive or conservative buy. So it's going to take a while for a lot of these to really fix these charts, and it's okay. We don't have to get the very bottom tick. We want to get these as they transition into an uptrend. Okay, here's Gala. Again, nowhere near an aggressive buy point. Rary versus the US dollar, not anywhere near an aggressive buy point just yet. Getting there, but not there today. Actually down today. Here is Rune versus Tether. This is the Oasis, I think. No, I'm sorry. This is Thorchain. Gotta get my Scandinavian cryptos straight here. This is nowhere near an aggressive buy. Actually, has dropped quite a bit lately. That would save us from an entry. Again, we want to be looking for a close above here to get an aggressive buy, and not necessarily a poke above its head at this level. So that's a no still. Here's the Sandbox. The Sandbox is nowhere near an aggressive buy for this. I think we're going to move this down to this level here, which would be a new high and a break of this trend line. Here is Alice. Protocol is nowhere near an aggressive buy. Rary versus the US dollar, nowhere close. Nowhere close yet. Okay, DIA is nowhere near. Positive today, but nowhere near. Axie Infinity is positive today, but nowhere near an entry. And PYR versus Tether, this is an aggressive buy, is still quite far away from there. And let's see, a couple more to go through here. MNFT, nope. Here is Perp versus Tether, nowhere near an aggressive buy. So we're saving ourselves right now by chasing this thing, waiting for the market to go higher. So one of the questions I got today was, hey, would you let us know kind of like what you're looking for with this? So here's an example of Waves. Now, Waves has not been included on any of our portfolios so far, but we're starting to see some really good signals with Waves. Looking at this, if we were just to play this on the hard right edge, more than likely we'd be playing this to break out above about 12. So to me, 12 would be the significant higher low that we want to break out above for an aggressive entry. It's kind of difficult to look at this one from a more conservative entry because the weekly chart has just been so battered. This is such a broken chart. I'm not worried about a conservative entry yet. So again, looking at this on the hard right edge, we'd probably be going long here at 12. And we did have a negative day, but then boom, up she goes. Prints a higher low, higher high combination. Now it's worthwhile to look at this from where's your conservative entry. So I'm going to go out to the weekly chart. And what I say about conservative entries is generally what I'm looking for is this to transition into a weekly uptrend. And this is just a weekly swing right now. So what I'm going to need to see from this is some type of consolidation or pullback like this, and then a transition into a weekly uptrend. Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. You can try to catch the falling knife. You can try to guess. Maybe you can use fib retracements along this swing, wherever the top of the swing ends up being. And maybe you're going to say, hey, I'm just going to enter at 38.2 because I'm convinced that this is transitioning back to an uptrend. So 38.2 would be probably the most aggressive. 50% or maybe 61.8 might be pretty conservative and may never hit that. So 38.2 would be a good fib level typically to look at. That's a standard retracement. Just enter at that point, and you can say, look, if it drops below 61.8, you're out of it. So if it were to drop like that, you'd be gone by 61.8% retracement. So that's one way to look at this. The other way is more conservative, obviously, is to wait for this to break into new highs here. But that's a long way, can be a long way, and can lead to a lot of noise in these entries. But again, your conservative entry is something that you may want to be looking to hold on to for quite some time. All right, guys, that is it for today's report. Thanks for listening for this Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.